One of the things that I get all the time is people want to know, how do I tell the story? And that for a lot of people is very hard to do, how to put the story together so that it is effective and not droning on, and so it can have the impact that you want the story to have. So I put together this 7-part story script. I am all about taking complex story structure and theory and making it easy to understand and, more importantly, easy to replicate. So the 7-part story script goes like this. 1, you're going to start with a hook. Pull people in with something really compelling that makes them sit up and be like, oh, where is this going to go? 2, you're going to give them some backstory now, okay? You know how a movie comes on and it starts in one place and then it takes you backward to bring you forward? This is a very simple concept, very similar concept. So you're going to, number 2, give them some backstory. Now, 3, you are going to drop them into the action. What is it that's really going on here? What's the meat and the details and the emotion that people really, really need to know to start moving into that phase of, what else is she gonna say? So after the action, now you want to give the moral of the story, because it has to go somewhere, right? And so this is the universal theme. Now, the moral of the story, I often ask people to start here first so that you can know that your story is going to stay on track. The moral of the story is not always written in the story, but as long as you know where you're going, it will be that guardrail to make sure that you get to where you're going to go. So after the moral of the story is 5. That's the hero move. The hero move is where you're now going to understand that this story you're telling is not about you. It's never been about you. And so now you have to give the audience the win. Now you have to pull the audience in with you. Ask questions. Have you ever felt this way? You guys know what I mean, right? So you got to pull them in. 6 is where you do the spin. Here is where you're going to make an offer. This is often where the call to action happens, where you're either going to ask them to buy something, you're going to ask them to sign up for something, you're going to ask them to donate. Whatever the case is, that's 6. That's the call to action. And then 7 is closing the loop. This is where you're going to loop it all around, answer any question that you left unanswered, tie it back to the hook maybe, but this is the bow. The 7 part is the bow that people are looking for. And sometimes that bow is a little messy. So that doesn't mean that it has to be a story that's packaged, really cutesy. That bow can be a little bit messy. So the 7 parts: hook, backstory, action, moral of the story, hero move, the spin, close the loop. If you can do all 7 parts, I guarantee you will have a story that will make a difference and make an impact and absolutely move people to action. You want to learn more about the 7-part story script? Well, join me inside of my community on Facebook. Look for Story Makers Community on Facebook and come on in, where we talk about all types of easy to do storytelling strategies. I'll see you soon. Bye.